So to control a half guard, I either want frames or I want an underhook. If I do get an underhook, but I'm unable to go out to his back, either because of the way his physiology is, or maybe he puts in an overhook that we call a whizzer, there's a simple way that I can get on top that's called the old school sweep. The reason this is called the old school sweep is it's sort of a classic of the genre. Now, Roberto Gordo was one of the best ever, one of the founders of the modern half guard, but you'll see variations on this, and everybody does the grips a little bit differently. So I'm going to show you the simplest and what I consider most optimal grips at first, while acknowledging there are a lot of other ways that you can grab the toes, you can feed the lapel, all kind of fun stuff you can do. But foundationally, what we want to do is recognize that the human body is a table, and that if you take away two legs of a table, that table can't stand. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to block Ilias's far posts and then come up on top. So first, I have to be in a functional half. So I'm on my side, I got my frames. However it winds up happening, either because he pushed into me or because I just went for the underhook, I have the underhook. But for whatever reason, perhaps I can't go out to his back. Maybe I messed up with this underhook, or maybe he gets an overhook, right? And I just can't. And now, there's no path to the back here, right? So I'm gonna have to rotate just a little bit, because the one thing, like I said, the grips, there are a lot of grips you can use, but one detail that's gonna help it a lot. You see how for the half guard, my inside leg, in this case my right leg, comes out and hooks with my toes pointed down. And my outside leg is out here. For the old school sweep, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna switch those two. So this leg comes in, and the other leg comes out. And you notice how I'm turning Ilias's knee like a rudder, where I like go back and play. So now right here, he feels like he has a lot of base, right? And here, like immediately I've disrupted that base. So my legs go from toes pointed down, inside leg coming out, to I swap, and I heel. This hand is just gonna block his knee, and this hand is gonna come down and grip his heel. And now all I'm going to do, post my toes, come to the top. And this is gonna get me into a strong passing position right away. Now, a lot of guys will do those last grips differently, so let's just get on your knees, please. So all I'm doing is cupping here and grabbing the heel or the toes, right, to stop him from moving that knee out. And I'll show it one more time where I explain what I'm trying to prevent. You'll see a lot of variations where guys pull out the lapels, or guys feed their foot, their opponent's foot to their other hand. All of that's great, but conceptually, what you want to do is you want to take away his ability to post on that side and then walk him toward that side. And the one thing that I really, really encourage you to do is get good at turning that knee out, because that's what disrupts the base. So, one more time. Inside leg comes out. Sits up for the underhook. Maybe your buddy gets the whizzer, or maybe you just don't feel like you can get out and take the back. We're going to switch our legs. Boom, block, block. Now, what if, and let's scoot back just a little bit. So what I'm trying to avoid, if I just push into him, Ilias can widen this knee out. And so move your knee out this way, and that widens his base, right? So that's why I'm trying to put a block in. So before he can escape, that I just block, and now his base is too narrow and he goes over. If that doesn't happen, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna walk to my own left. And so if I can't stop his post from moving, I'm gonna move his body away from his post so that his post is no longer effective. Many variations, but a classic sweep that never goes out of style. That's the old school sweep from half guard.